Hey, welcome to the 80s Review in the year 2007. I'm LeRoy, and I'm here with my twin brother, Brian, and we're going to be talking about the movie of Joseph, as you kids have been learning. And I got to, wow! I mean, part one of Joseph's life has just left me here on the edge of my seat. I mean, there was happy, naive Joseph who foolishly shared his dreams with all those jealous brothers. Kind of like my brother being jealous of me for my good looks, even though he's my identical twin. But then there was the brothers who hated and they were planning to murder Joseph. I mean, they really didn't understand the concept of treating others the way you want to be treated, did they? No. They thought the plot, I thought the plot was rich, with enough twists and turns like my hair to hold my interest from beginning to end. I gotta give this one 2 thumbs up. Yeah, I agree that the storyline was engaging. Additionally, I felt that the sound effects were first rate. And I'll be surprised if this isn't nominated for an award for sound. On the other hand, I felt the costumes were lacking. And where was this richly ornamented robe? You know, I give this film 1 thumb up. Only 1 thumb up? Are you sure? I mean, watching this production gave me lots of things to think about. I mean, first, Joseph had good things happening in his life, okay, Brian? And for instance, his father loved him very much like Dad loved me more than he loved you. And he gave him a beautiful coat, kind of like what I'm wearing right now. And Joseph's dreams indicated that he would hold a position someday. You know, Joseph had a lot of bad things happen. I mean, his brothers hated him. They couldn't even say a kind word to him. They stole his coat and threw him into an empty well. They sold him to be a slave. And when he was taken away to Egypt, he had all sorts of reasons to be afraid. True. We all have fears, don't we? That's why I eat so much. But when we study the Bible and we learn that if you trust God, you don't have to be afraid of anything. Yeah, I was talking to some kids in the hall earlier and asking them what they were afraid of, and one boy said that he was so afraid he wouldn't even do well in school this year. That's what he was afraid of, not doing well in school this year. Another boy, he was afraid that he wouldn't be chosen for the all-star team. I know what that's like. And then this girl was standing nearby, and she was afraid of tornadoes. And I said, dude, you don't need to worry about it. We're in California. And she said, I know, but I'm still scared of them. And I said, you only need to be scared of it like a sister. And she said, a twister sister? And I said, no, just tornado sister. And then she said, right. But her hair looked like she'd been in one, so anyway. But when it comes to the fear and the choices we make, and the wise choice is to trust God. Well, you know, Brian, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And we look alike, we sound alike, and I think we even think alike sometimes, because just like Joseph, we all have things to fear. But instead of focusing on the fear that we need to focus on trusting God. You know, since trust is what we're talking about all this month, let's break it down this way. Number 1, trust is putting your confidence in someone you can depend on. Number 2, God is the ultimate example of trustworthiness. No one is more trustworthy than God. Number 3, because God is trustworthy, He wants you to put your trust in Him. You know, you can put your confidence in Him at any time, any day, about anything. And He will never, ever let you down. And number 4, when you trust God, others will see that you trust Him and will want to trust Him too. You know, Brian, we may disagree about whether this production deserves 2 thumbs up or your 1 thumb up, but I know we agree on one thing. You know, God can be trusted. And when you trust God, that's why we give him 2 thumbs up.